anybody need me to play the end of the video again? Once you get your sun and your water and your mountains and your trees and clouds in, I can play the video again if you need any help with any of the words, if you did not take enough notes to make this happen. I'll give you a couple more minutes to get your base of your picture in, and then we can go, and then you can let me know whether you need me to play it or not. All right, does anybody need me to play the end of that video again with the words that you need to put in there? Yes? Everybody have this drawn enough that I can show the video? Okay.
Let's talk a little bit about the water cycle, which we're all familiar with. In fact, we're all part of the water
You can
cycle. Every
see
moment of our
the
lives, we
word.
might
Can
not
you
fully
guys see
appreciate
this
it.
well enough to
So
see
let's
the
just
words you
jump in the
need?
cycle. I'll start with evaporation. So we could start with the surface of the ocean here, or this river, or this lake. And at any given moment, there's going to be water evaporating off of that surface. Water molecules that were in their liquid state, they just have enough energy to bounce away and go into the gas state. And water in a gaseous state we call vapor, water vapor. Water vapor. And so that water vapor, it is going to rise likely with the time in the ocean, especially, it's going to be moving around depending on ocean currents and temperature and all of that. But you can imagine it.
I can pause it here. This at the end should give you everything you need. And I'll leave this on for a couple minutes. And then we'll talk about why water is important for a few minutes before class is over at 9:15.
Miss Rafa,
Yes,
what
honey.
are we supposed to be submitting to Miss Resto today?
A picture of what you're drawing of the water cycle. So this picture
Only the water
here,
cycle? Right.
this picture here, yes.
Mhm. So we only submit a picture of the water cycle, just that, right?
With the words filled in, yes.
Right. Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Miss, can I show you the goose my brother made in his class just
Yes,
now?
sure.
Hold on, I
Sure.
gotta turn off the background real quick so you can actually see it so it doesn't like, you know, glitch out.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Okay, video effects. Okay, give it apply. Oh, hold on. This is my mom's phone.
Okay. No worries.
No, I don't want to claim an award. Hold, let me turn down the brightness so you can actually see it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's hard to see. Oh my goodness, that's cool. Was it one of those directed drawing things?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. He made a goose just now and it's adorable.
It really is adorable. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for sharing it with me. All right. So everyone good with the assignment and everything, right? We're gonna head forward for a little bit. Talk a little bit about why water is important. Can you guys give me some ideas on in your life why water is important besides that main things necessary for all life on earth? Makes up 60 to 70% of our bodies, found in all molecules in our cells, all different types. Why is it so important? Eve, was your hand up for the goose, or do you want to tell me why water is so important?
I want to tell you why water's so important.
Well, I
Water
want to
is,
hear what you think.
well, you physically can't live over you physically can't live over I think 7 days, so a week without water
Mm, yep,
cuz
your body.
you would end up dying like from dehydration. Now, food on the
Yep.
other hand, it's different. You still need it, but you can only live about, depending on your weight or size, smaller means maybe like, I don't know, but I know
Longer than
there,
without water, right?
yeah, you can survive without food longer than water.
Yep, yep. Somebody in the chat, Horace, said you need it for your plants. And those plants, like we talked about, put oxygen and carbon dioxide in the air. So it's important that whole cycle starts where if you didn't have the plants, the water for the plants, and then the nutrients that the plants put into the air, all of that. All right. Anything else? Why else? Why else is it important? Nothing. Nothing. Chat or conversation? Anything? All right. Let's look again about how the water is moving through the cycle. This will help you again as you're working on the project that you need to turn in. Water cycles. There's that sun on the water causing evaporation. Water cycles due to heat from the sun. Without the sun causing evaporation, could this cycle happen without the heat from the sun? Could the water cycle happen without the heat from the sun? Thank you. Rep in the chat. Absolutely not. It needs to have the heat from the sun. Thank you for those who are participating and letting me know. Good job, guys. All right. As water molecules in the atmosphere collide, come together, they get bigger. Then what happens to them? when they come together and they get bigger, what happens when all those water molecules in the sky collide and get bigger? What does that cause? Those water molecules in the sky getting bigger. Okay, they get too heavy. Clouds, they get too heavy. They fall down as precipitation. Good job, rain. Exactly. Exactly. Since most water is found in the ocean, 85% of the evaporation occurs between the ocean and the atmosphere. We looked at that in the Khan Academy video of how so much of the water happened in the oceans with evaporation. And then so much was where all our water is, the fresh surface water, but then the ice caps, and then the oceans. All right, let's look at our human impact on the water cycle. If the total amount of water on Earth does not change, why are there concerns about global freshwater shortages? Why is this a concern? What is happening that causing shortages for our fresh water? How those water levels are going down and need to be brought back up. Okay, good. Yep. A lot of our rivers and lakes are contaminated and polluted, and we can't get the water from those sources anymore. The runoff of things are causing a problem and contaminating or hindering the freshwater sources. Okay, the frozen water, and where we looked at how that has such a lot of our fresh water comes from there. But you know, we need those ice caps, we need those glaciers as well, though, for life that lives in those areas. All right, we have about 5 minutes left. I believe that any questions on the project or the picture that you have to do? Do you need any more information? Any other slide back up so that you know what to do? Just double. I don't know what's happening. Anything else? Any thoughts? Has everyone finished their picture? Are you just working on it now? Are you finished it yet? You're just working on it? Okay. Get it in and get it submitted. I'll give you a couple more minutes. Okay. I figured you're working on it. Okay, guys, you can finish this on your own if you want. Take your break to get to your 9:25 class. It was great being with you today. Thank you. Thank you.